There we go. Everybody jump in. It'd be really cool if I didn't turn on your microphone, right? It'd be the funniest thing ever.
It would be amazing and hilarious, but unfortunately the quality of the episode would go down a lot.
What are you talking about?
If not completely, I mean.
Guy gets first 70 views being on a thumbnail, and suddenly he thinks he runs the show. Oh,
yeah, wow. It's not like the only reason the other one got 200 plus views wasn't because of Emilio. Wasn't because of the Drake thing at all. No, not at all.
There's a common theme
there. We
there.
mentioned Drake.
We didn't mention Drake.
No, we did. It was his concert we're talking about.
It was Kendrick Lamar, you racist. Holy shit.
It was a big pop star, okay?
Destroy
That's
him.
the reason why I got so many views.
Destroy him, everybody. Dude, I'm now taking applications for a new host, everybody.
Emilio, I need you to do me a favor, preserve my reputation. Please cut this part out of the podcast. I will literally Venmo you whatever you want.
This is going to be the best TikTok clip ever.
Oh no. This is going to go poorly. As always. Fuck.
We have to wait for the clock to stop going off. Hi, I'm Emilio.
And I'm Rian.
And we're two friends from two different countries. Join us as we share our online friendship with you guys.
And the perspectives from two different worlds.
The show starts now. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Terminally Online Pen Pals podcast. I'm here with Redacted.
Redacted show.
No, welcome you're redacted, dude. After that little stuff you pulled off at the beginning, dude. I'm gonna have to.
After that intro,
I'm gonna have to blur your face and deepen your voice, man. It's over.
Dude, this episode is going to be as blacked out as the Epstein files. This thing's going to be fucking all over the place. There's going to be so much information redacted from this episode. You're not going to know who the secondary host is.
Yeah. The only difference is that here you're kind of certain that it's not a former president or current.
I'm
blurred by
fairly certain. Like, we're pretty sure, but, at the same time, it's, But yeah, guys, welcome back to another awesome episode of The Top Pod. Some really awesome topics and discussions, as always, that we do here on this show.
Hell yeah.
Update, the government is still shut down from last week. I'm still going broke and have no money, so Kofi,
please don't cancel him.
Please don't cancel me too much, guys. I need the revenue from this show, and if I'm fired, I won't get a cut of the Kofi money, which is ironic because my car was recently repaired after my third deer hit and run incident, so to speak. And I now have to make payments on that car.
What do you mean, so to speak? That's literally what happened.
No, when I say hit and run, it makes it sound like a crime. I mean, I struck a deer, not a human being. So, I mean, there is a fine line there. The car was still jacked up regardless, though. So I'm trying to make it sound less like an actual, driving charge.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Thanks, buddy. But I see we roll into our week recaps to start off, and I think we should change it up a little bit differently this time. Emilio, do you want to kick us off for all the exciting things that you did?
Hell yeah. We've been rehearsing this episode of the show. Like every week we take off months to rehearse each episode. So I'm very excited to finally bring up week number, what episode are we on? Like 35?
35, probably. There's a lot.
This script was written in November 2016, so I'm pretty excited to finally bring it to you guys.
Oh gosh, we should have updated this thing beforehand. This is already gonna go. This is gonna age like milk by the time we're done with this episode.
Anyways, guys, it was different week. It was a shoot week, so I did a lot of interviews around my city. It was fun. I missed I miss doing interviews. It was really fun. The people that I talked to were really chill, and it's always cool, kind of, to interview people that aren't really like in media, because they always bring out the best answers. But it's also like kind of a harder task because you sort of have to like guide the conversation in order to make them bring out the info. But it was cool. I mean, not everyone was not media trained, but like a lot of people did have like experience talking to camera, so it also made it a lot easier. But it was really cool. What else? I've edited at this point, I think I have to check probably, but about 40 minutes of the big ass video I'm doing.
What?
Yes.
You're telling me you're actually working on a new main channel video?
Yes, what? Guys. This isn't a nostalgia factor vid that you put up that you like make in an hour. This is called
but it's better quality though. At least I've been making content, unlike some people.
I'm doing the show. I'm doing the show, guys.
Yes, guys, this show is doing amazingly. Look at all the Ko-fi money we get every single week.
Wow, you do it for the money. I do it for the love of the art, man.
You literally promote Ko-fi every fucking episode.
It's because there's a government shutdown, and
That's for me, though. Are you trying to take the money the government's going to give me? That's selfish, man.
There's a government shutdown, so I have to provide for you once again. And I guess I could talk about what the video's about. It's basically everything I filmed whilst I was in the States. That's why there's a lot of material.
The America Tour.
The America Tour movie. I think if you listen to the show, the first episode, it's basically that. But
podcast.
I did a lot. I think what was really cool was that there was a lot of things I noticed whilst on my trip, and now writing the script, I got to do a bit more research and sort of build upon that. So it's sort of my experience mixed with the actual historical and data-driven background. So I think it's going to be kind of a cool project. Right now, I just finished editing Nashville. Hell yeah.
Nice.
So
there you go, buddy.
Yeah, it's going to be a long-ass video. I think the place where I talked about the most, I think it's New York, because I think it's like the largest city. And interestingly,
out of all the ones you went to, it probably is the biggest one.
And it is the biggest city in the country. I think a close second would be.
Keep forgetting about Ryansville, though.
No, because that's its own country.
It's in the United States, though. That's what makes it so distinct.
It's a recognized UN observant state, like the Vatican. Mm-hmm. It can't vote, but it can be in the meetings.
Look, it can be whatever you want it to be.
And
that's our motto.
I think. I think maybe. I don't know which one would be like second longest, but I think it's probably a tie between Atlanta and Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee, just because I also talked about previous experience visiting, and Atlanta, I got to interview people there that work as lawyers in Atlanta. So I don't know. I'll get back to you.
Thank you, buddy. By the way, I was actually just going to comment on that afterwards. We needed a new legal team here on the podcast after we fired our last team because they lost us quite a few cases on topics we've talked about. And because we talk about all sorts of controversial things here, we need to have some representation just in case one of you guys decides to take us back to court. So thank you for looking into that.
I mean, they're immigration lawyers, so I don't really think they'll be able to help much.
I mean, they might try. Honestly, they might try and deport you they might try and deport you back to Like if you come back to America, they might try and take you back to Mexico. If I leave the confines of Ryansville at all, they're literally just going to kick me out of the country straight up. I'm going back to Canada or wherever they decide to ship me.
Space.
And the space?
Yeah. But it's been really fun because I've gotten to see like everything I filmed. I mean, I did kind of like once I got back and once I was writing the script, it sort of like flipped through whatever I recorded just to like check whatever I had. But I didn't really look at it closely. I'm doing it right now that I'm editing, so it's been kind of fun remembering about those times. And the only like story that I didn't add out of all the crazy anecdotes that happened in the States,
like almost getting kidnapped by a guy moving out of a storage unit.
I didn't include that in the video. I did a joke that was like, so what did I do in Orlando? I helped the guy move. I'm not even going to explain that. But it's a Top Pod exclusive anecdote.
Yeah, guys. It's a podcast exclusive, guys.
Yeah.
So if you haven't listened to it yet, go back and watch that first episode.
Yeah. So if you guys listen to that episode, you guys are special. Congratulations.
Special to us.
No, in general.
Oh, yeah, in general, but especially to us.
And other than that, not much. My work is still pretty much working. My place of work hasn't shut down. So, yeah.
I mean, my place of work is the infrastructure of an entire country. So, I mean, I think there is a difference there. On top of that, I might work for a certain prison facility, but we still work for the greater government that operates all of the United States in some capacity.
Okay.
So, I don't know if it's that comparable, buddy.
I just said I'm getting paid. That was a joke. Sorry. Anyways, okay. Ryan, what happened in your week?
Woohoo! Okay, guys. So I'm glad we got Emilio's awesome recap out of the way for his YouTube video coming out in 2036, which is going to be really awesome to see.
Guys,
I'm looking forward to it.
Place your bets. What will happen first? The government will come back, or my video will be published.
Man, that'd be, 11 years without me receiving a paycheck by that point? Oh, no. I'm going to have to resort to doing really bad things in order to make money at that point. This house here, guys, basically all the updates that we've been giving throughout this podcast life cycle about the house update is going to be for nothing because I'm going to end up burning it down for the insurance money, which insurance company, if you're listening to this episode, that was a joke. Please give me the $500,000 insurance policy on this thing. I'm probably going to need it. But as far as my week goes, guys, unfortunately, this week, there's not really a ton of exciting things that I've done throughout this week to really get into. Boom! But to compensate for that, it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of usual running, adulting, that kind of deal. I'm doing a few cool events tomorrow that I'll be able to talk about for next week. But that's next episode, not this one. However, to make it up to you guys, average week aside, we do have a house update, unlike last week.
Holy shit.
House update!
Yep. Cue that intro, please.
It already played, man. I'm sorry.
Oh okay.
Dude, we rehearsed this. We've been rehearsing this episode.
I'm sorry, dude.
I can't.
I was
just like, okay, just get back to your mark, okay? We're
all
gonna.
Right, fine. I'm sorry. I was so excited that we had a house update this week that. Okay, well we're hurt. Fine.
Yeah,
we'll
whatever.
Right
just jump right into it.
All right, fine. Well, to get into this now awkward house update, guys, I am going to detail a few of the things that we've been doing on the house. For those of you who are watching the video version, which should be most of you for the quality content we produce, the bathroom is now officially done. Everything is finished up. The closet's done.
We can finally poop in the new house, everybody. This is amazing.
Yes, this is amazing. I can finally poop in my own house. Finally. It's amazing. The bathroom is now officially done. I am so happy to confirm that. The kitchen is currently underway. It's undergoing a lot of construction right now. The ceiling's been taken out. The light fixture's been taken out as well. The countertops are being replaced, and I'm getting a new dishwasher, so I don't have to, do it all by hand, because this house never really had a dishwasher, funnily enough. Basically, I was my own dishwasher for a while.
Dude,
and then I got lazy.
Free arm workout.
Basically, well, yeah, but now I can just work out with the dumbbells, and now I can just put it in the dishwasher like every other lazy American and wash it that way with a machine, which is awesome. But
USA.
All that is
USA.
Yeah.
USA.
USA. I'm not going to chant the USA too much right now. They are not paying me right now, so I love this country. Give me money, please. But the money from the job that I work every day, thank you. Actually, I'm technically owed that money at some point, but anyway, yeah. So those are our major updates for the house, guys. The bathroom is done. The kitchen has had a lot of progress done to it as well. And currently, to let you guys know, hopefully I'm not jinxing anything, knock on wood, by this December, by Christmas,
the
greatest gift of all will be me finally moving into the house. Yeah. Hopefully I should be fully moved in, and this will be my permanent residence. This will be where we do all future episodes of the show and all the amazing YouTube videos that I do, unlike Emilio, but that's besides the point. And yeah, this is some awesome updates coming up. And don't worry, guys, there was a topic I found kind of intriguing that I wanted to get into. Speaking of technology, like I mentioned with the dishwasher, we've mentioned this a few times here on the. I don't know where you thought I was going with that, but I found this kind of interesting because there's been a lot of recent pop culture news tied to this recently as well, and it concerns AI. This is something that we've never really talked about on the show in the past, but AI has become more and more of a prevalent thing, and I've experienced it in a lot of different ways, not just in the education system as a teacher, which is something I can relate to in my personal life, but a lot of new things that people are doing on the internet, both good and bad. The article that actually spurred me on to talk about this topic was actually from Robin Williams' daughter, Zelda Williams, named after the video game character, where she came out on social media in an article telling people to stop sending her. Is she really named
after the video game character?
She is, actually. If you look up old advertisements, Robin Williams and his daughter were actually in advertisements from Nintendo to promote Legend of Zelda games. There's even a character in Breath of the Wild that looks kind of like Robin Williams, which some people think is an homage. But yeah, she is actually named after Zelda from The Legend of Zelda.
I have to fact check this.
She came out on social media and...
Is Robin Williams called Robin because of the Batman character?
No. It's whatever you're thinking with that. No, it's not. It's not right. But people have been making AI videos of her father, giving inspirational quotes, walking out in the woods, basically videos of her deceased father.
Guys, we just got a call from the video assistant referee. I can confirm that the information Ryan gave is true. She is called after the character from the video game.
Only accurate information on this podcast. Fun fact for those of you guys who did not know.
If you want to kill the vibe at an event, bring that up.
Yeah, just bring that up there. Oh yeah, by the way, my dad, he's dead. Famous celebrity actor.
I meant if you first date. Did you know that Robin Williams' daughter is called Zelda after the character from the video game? Yeah.
I should have tried that with my girlfriend, actually.
There you go.
See how well that would have. How that would have went on our first date.
Method. All right.
No, I'm good.
It's
I don't want to risk jeopardizing this relationship.
It's been proven.
But essentially, Zelda Williams came out on social media berating people for sending her AI-generated videos of her father, where people have been using this technology to resurrect him digitally, which has been a major controversy in the film industry and amongst other things. And when I read this article about her coming out and basically these AI videos, she argues, ruins the legacy and reputation of her father, which rest in peace, Robin Williams. He was a great actor and a good person from what I gather. But it brings up the like how far is AI going? What have we used it for in everyday technology? And quite frankly, it's taken over quite a bit. So this article kind of brought this discussion up in mind because I've also encountered it early on during my master's degree.
So what is the point of discussion you want to bring up? Like bringing up dead people with AI?
No, talking about AI and the role that it has in our society because I have encountered AI quite a bit in my own personal life and I'm it's kind of cool how far it's progressed over time, but at the same time though, there's also a lot of issues that AI brings to the table as well, especially like in the retail environment amongst other things. So, that's kind of what I'm interested in.
I mean, I think here we're talking about generative AI, right?
Just AI in general, but generative AI
Because
is a
like,
good starting point.
because like AI in general, well, I mean, there's a lot of applications that AI has. I mean, in the John Oliver piece about it, they explain that AI has been used for like years in
Yeah.
smart TVs, sort of like to resize content. You know, when you watch it on a TV, I think it's so they don't have to export every single format for every possible TV. So it's been around. I mean, like the Google. I mean, we used to call it the Google DeepMind or YouTube DeepMind or whatever, but that's just AI. So I think what people are kind of concerned about is generative AI. So your Chat GPTs and your Groks and
especially Chat GPT early on.
And your Geminis and your Meta AI.
Yep.
I mean, I think I work in an industry that has been greatly shaken up by the use of AI generated content.
Yeah.
I've used it. It in some ways it makes my job easier. So I'm happy for those tools. Especially when I use like tools like Photoshop. I mean, I think it should be used as a tool to make like workers' life easier. Because when you try to replace them, you obviously don't get the same result. Because I've seen people like just they want the AI to do the whole job, and the technology is not there yet. You know, you can see it in creative fields. You know, AI books, that's a problem right now, for example, that people just AI generate a book and then sell it on Amazon. But I think people can tell.
Oh, 100% people can tell. That's...
Or like... Not maybe they won't go like, oh, it's AI. Maybe they just think, wow, this writer's really shitty.
Maybe. I mean, it's like online YouTube videos. Like, I've seen people use the excuse for a lot of YouTube channels, like Smelly Cheese, for example, where people blame AI, like an AI generated image or face, you know, trying to make all these impressive videos, do the least amount of work and effort possible, which is pretty obvious.
Of course, people are talking about Smelly Cheese. No one ever talks about the nostalgia factor.
It's just really crappy content. That's the problem. That's
typical nostalgia factor flop era. Anyways. I mean, Facebook,
YouTube channel.
Facebook is just like, I've heard that it's just AI slop now.
I mean, it basically is. I mean, what I talked about before, like Emilio mentions a good point. Generative AI is probably the biggest issue that I have, or the biggest concern. Even at my own workplace, and my work in a prison, I work back in the education department, toward the back of the prison. And a lot of people that I work with, no matter if you're working a housing unit, you're directing a class, you're coming up with a class schedule, whatever else, a lot of people that I work with started getting into the habit of writing their official government documents and reports, whether it's education or otherwise, with AI. People were using ChatGPT and other programs to write official documents and reports. As a result of that, it has been banned across all work computers at my work because of that.
But did ChatGPT make like a lot of mistakes or something, or why?
A lot. I don't know if it was a lot of errors or issues, but the problem was central office, the main part of the government that goes through the Bureau of Prisons, or the BOP. They don't, because it's not the people physically documenting their work themselves. Like, say there was an incident that happened and you had to fill out all the details, because it's not you as a person doing it and you're running it through a computer program. It's not considered to be legitimate information since you're not the one physically doing it. It's a computer doing it for you. So yeah, it's considered fraudulent in a way. The computer AI will still make mistakes. And because these are official work documents, that's an issue with AI now. That also even ties into public school stuff. What I mentioned before during my master's degree, I graded a lot of my students' work ahead of time when I taught in public school at a high school, up where I live at Maryland. And a lot of these kids were using an early form of chat. It wasn't quite chat GPT. It was an earlier AI document program. Basically what happened was when you have a paper that you need to write in school, they would take the topic, plug it into the AI program, and it would write it for you, but it also referenced a lot of sources on the internet. So it wasn't perfect because I just copied and pasted a lot of lines from like poems or news articles or whatever else. Thing is, though, a lot of teachers, even a few years ago, were starting to catch on to this. These programs still exist today, all you school children watching this video or younger audience members.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, why are you watching this, first of all? This is like a rated M show.
Where are your parents?
Come back when you're 21, but...
We're about to start having sex. What are you doing here? You guys should be watching Barney.
You should be doing so many other productive things. But teachers have access to programs, guys, where they can run your paper through these basically run it through these programs that go through and they detect whether it's AI generated, whether it's stolen or plagiarized content, and they can detect whether that stuff is your work or not. I know because I did that to a few students' papers. And one student in particular I'm thinking of had quite a few plagiarized lines that were basically copied and pasted for a history report.
Fuck you, Stephanie.
It was a guy, but yeah.
Fuck you, Stefan.
Yeah, fuck you, Stefan. And it's not his real name, but fuck you, Stefan.
Guys, I think
that's some of my biggest issues with AI, the way that I've seen it implemented and used, especially with generative AI. It's created a lot of issues that I've noticed.
I think in the education field, there's just like a really easy way to prevent this, and it's not using the software that can detect if it's AI, because I was a student once during this ChatGPT era, and I know that there are ways to circumvent them. So think
you basically used it, I'm guessing, right?
Here's what they did at my school. They found a way to integrate the use of generative AI into the learning plan. So for example, one professor, he used to give us this long ass essays, and then I think ChatGPT 3 came out, and he decided, okay, I've seen this new technology is coming up, so we're no longer going to do the essays. You can do a paper, whatever. You can use ChatGPT, but you have to fact check the program and sort of.
Oh, cool! Wikipedia.
So it was like, and I've seen other schools do this, that they do this to the students. Like, you have to fact check ChatGPT, and ultimately what you end up finding is that there has a lot of mistakes, and sort of it's just easier to write the paper yourself.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie either, man. If I would have come across one of your papers that I found out was used with ChatGPT, you would not be getting an A on that paper. I would be knocking off quite a few points.
I mean, I don't think they used your videos to train AI, because then every response to a prompt would be like, do you remember this PS1 game that no one remembers?
That everyone still loves?
Here's some footage I stole off YouTube and used CapCut.
It's not stolen. I always link the footage I use, thank you. I don't have a good recorder to capture a lot of this footage or official game trailers from companies.
And so yeah, I think that's what we should do in education, like sort of, because it's a tool. I mean, I think that's what we should teach kids, that it's this tool, not like this magical. Because that's another thing I've been seeing. Like, a lot of people treat ChatGPT like a deity, And I think that's sort of what we gotta teach kids. Like, it's not. And I remember when I was in middle school, they taught us that like Google isn't an oracle; it's a tool. Like you don't ask it questions like a genie. All right, it just like
no. This is an Akinator, guys.
And the same thing, yeah. Oh yeah, that's way too powerful. Don't fuck with that, guys. But I think that's like the easy way to sort of circumvent that. Like teach people like it's not gonna do all the work for you because the technology is not there yet. Right?
It is not even close.
So I think that's it. I think the part where I'm most worried about is misinformation, because there's, I mean, Ryan's former employee, current employer that is off work uses it a lot, and it's just
it better not be former employer. That's good retirement right there.
It's just that like it's so weird the way that AI has been used for misinformation, how it's been normalized in news media. Or like just like we were already struggling with fake news in 2016, and now we brought up this thing, and now you got like retirees thinking that Obama's in prison, so it's a problem.
Or Trump's gonna win a Nobel Peace Prize that he was passed over for. Fun fact.
So my opinion on this is like, I think maybe disinformation is where we should be worried. I don't think it will replace a lot of jobs currently, maybe further along the line, but just looking at it how it is presently, I think misinformation is where we should be kind of more concerned. Like that fucking video of the lady at the airport with the kangaroo. I mean, it's getting a lot better. Or the Pope Francis with the puffy coat. Holy shit.
I just saw an AI video where a bunch of firefighters, they were inside this residential house. They were trying to lift this woman up who looked like she was like 600-700 pounds with like a mini crane. Looks real at first, but then it has her and one of the firemen falling through the floor because the cable snaps and she falls through. And there were so many people that were legitimately believing this thing was true. I'm like, guys, you can see the fucking AI generated hole in the floor. It's pretty obvious this is computer graphics. I mean, my biggest issue with it isn't always just the disinformation or like the falsification of documentation or whatever else, whether it be schools or at work or whatever else, if you want to call it that. For me, it's the job replacement, which is something I've seen more here in the States at least, and it's already started, specifically in the retail world and at restaurants like drive-thrus. It's already happening. I've known of a lot of people who started to be laid off from their jobs because
everything is computer.
Yep. At drive-thrus, instead of having a rude and potentially a person who might be able to slip a little bit of Hep C into your food through saliva if you piss them off enough by insulting them, rather than dealing with that.
Which, by the way, if you insult a service worker and they do that, that's your fault, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been a rude asshole. They're probably on like their fourth 12-hour shift in a row, and then you're complaining because you're short one French fry of your McDonald's Happy Meal order. So you kind of brought that one on yourself. But I mean, it's instead of having an employee talking with you at the drive-thru, handing your food and all this other stuff, AI's doing it now. You go up to the box, you have an AI-generated voice asking you what you want, you tell it your order, you pull up to another window where they have these little bots set up where you pay for it, either with cash or with your card, roll it to the second window like you normally would. Instead of an employee wasting their time and the company apparently wasting their time and employing a human being, a robot will give you your food for you instead. You still have servers and cooks in the restaurant, yes, but the drive-through jobs have been replaced by AI bots.
Even the people at the window, like handing you your stuff.
Yep. Even the people really at the window. I've seen it's not commonplace yet, but it's starting. Taco Bell, I just saw a video somebody did where they have an AI drive-through set up at Taco Bell now.
I'm gonna call it. That's gonna flop.
Yeah,
just because of the delivery. Because, like, for example, the Amazon store in Seattle that was supposedly with facial recognition and AI shit. And then it turned out they had some guys in India following people through cameras because the technology didn't work.
Oh no!
The thing crashed. I think it'll, because like sure maybe someone talking directly to the client at the speaker, maybe that could work. It being an AI, but ultimately the person handing the food has to be.
Yeah, I would rather it be a human being, not a freaking robot. I would rather know where it's coming from exactly.
I just think about it because, like, there's always going to be some asshole that will... If there's already, like, poor treatment of people that are in the window, like, imagine if it's a fucking robot, dude. Of course, it's not going to fucking work out.
When the AI uprising starts, these robots are going to start dumping all your food on you when you get up to the window and throwing the Coke in your face. And like, what are you going to do? It's a robot. It's not like you can go in there and confront the server. You're confronting an AI generated program. So it's a little bit different in that way. Also, again, the job replacement issues and the job shortages where people are losing their jobs. They're not getting paid anymore either, and businesses might start adapting this practice.
I'm sure, like...
I hope not, because it's even at Walmart, outside of the restaurant stuff, it's becoming more of a thing. A lot of registers have been taken out. They have a lot of automatic registers now where you check yourself out.
Yeah.
Yep, self-checkouts are becoming more of a thing. They have AI-generated cleaners, like robot cleaners that'll go around there powered by a chip that'll clean the store for you. That's popped up at a few...
Like what, a Roomba?
Martin's. It's basically a Roomba, but it's an interactive... taller robot that goes around sweeping, mopping, whatever. They're not very common right now, but they've started to pop up in grocery stores, eliminating the need for a human employee, for example, like a janitor, to go around and do it. Now, how well these robots actually work at cleaning the store, I question how well they actually do it, but it just goes to show it is evolving a lot more in the workforce. And that's my issue with it. It's not creating new jobs for people. People's jobs are being replaced. Not very well right now. It's still very early stages, but I see it going farther than this. And that's what concerns me about AI.
I don't know. I mean, I think automation. I think with a lot of the jobs, again, I think there'll be new jobs created. I think like automating those jobs, specifically like what you mentioned, cleaners and other service employees. I don't think it'll work. I think because like we're seeing a lot of like everything is computer. But like every computer requires a human to operate. So like every computer requires that a human feed it the information for it to operate. I read this example the other day about how there's really no point of, for example, replacing lawyers with AI, or it'd be pretty dangerous.
You mentioned that.
Because if you are looking at a case, someone is going to have to feed the AI information that could relate, but that information is going to depend completely on the person feeding it the information. Mm-hmm. So it's basically like you're just adding an extra step. And I think that's what would happen with a lot of those jobs, like in that industry. Because we're seeing right now. I saw this video the other day about how in a movie theater in, I think it was New York, they had an AI store, I guess. And so you would like, it was a soft serve, and then you would go to the checkout, and supposedly the AI would scan everything that you grabbed. But the AI didn't work. Like it had a ton, it couldn't properly scan a hot dog, for example. So an employee would have to come over and solve the issue. And
so then it's like, what's the point then? And this is still very, like we said before, very early stages. This is not a perfect system by any means.
Yeah, I don't think we should, I don't think we should worry about that too much. I think, again, it's still pretty early on.
It's still kind of a concern, but no, not a big deal right now.
I think it's just sort of the way we're interacting with it. I think that's what's probably to me more concerning, especially because we're becoming as a society, guys. Holy shit, the S word.
Oh, the Joker came out here. Holy shit, 2019.
We live in a society, except actually what I'm about to say is that we don't. Because like we're becoming more alienated, right? So
yeah,
a lot of people, already like our views of the world are completely just whatever shows up on our feed. So you add generative AI content there. So shit that isn't real, and you're gonna fuck up a couple of people's perspective of what the world is.
Yeah.
Then we're
gonna fuck up a few things along the way.
So we're I think we should just destroy everything and return to being monkeys.
Yep. We can go back into the mountains, guys, meditate, adapt the ways of the monk. We just nuke everything, start again from ground zero. The survivors, whoever they are, will rebuild the human population. Yeah. And we will restart from scratch.
No,
at the very least, in the short term.
I think the real thing what just has to happen is like better education surrounding AI. I think that's just the solution. Yeah. Sort of like teach people that it's a tool. It's not generative AI, so like ChatGPT. It's a tool. It's not. Yeah. It's not the genie in a bottle. It's you don't got to rub it the right way.
I mean, that's something Emilio's never learned how to do that properly anyway. But that's something I guess.
Why are you?
That's something I guess I.
Why are you rubbing robots, Ryan?
Well, I before I started dating somebody, I was a very lonely person, Emilio, and I don't appreciate you shaming me here on the show for.
You're already on thin freaking ice, dude. Your face is blurred for the episode.
I am so sorry confusing Drake and Kendrick Lamar. I'm sorry, not because of any other reason other than their
racism
hip-hop rap artists. No, not because of racism, because of the music genre. So if that leads to this show being canceled, I blame AI Emilio, because at this point, to improve the quality and save the budget, we're just going to replace them with AI anyway. So if we're already heading that direction, we may as well improve the show quality. We don't need to do anything about me. I'm fine. Amelia,
Ryan, your face is blurred out and your voice is different. Did you not realize that right now when I said Ryan, there was a bleep over it? Here goes again, man.
So basically, everything on this side of the screen, no one's going to have any context for like half this conversation whatsoever. It's like, man, this Emilio guy is really cool, but who's this other guy on the other side here? This weird,
anonymous person.
Anonymous guest. It's like, we can't hear you, see you, or anything else, but we can put guest in the title and get more clicks.
But yeah, guys,
maybe.
That's my conclusion.
Same for me, guys. That's all I have to say, period. Not just on AI, but
AI bad.
AI bad. We will see what goes on in the future of the world.
No, but seriously, I think it's a good. Sleepy. I think it's a good tool. Like the podcast clips, like the subtitles on the podcast clips are done with AI, just because it would take forever to transcribe every single dick joke I upload to TikTok for this show.
Every single dick joke. That's a lot. Especially on this show, man.
Do whatever you want. I'm not your dad.
No. Or your mom, or your brother, or your sister, or any member of your family. But you can become part of the top pod family, though, even though we're not there.
We will legally not give you any money for adopting you.
We will not, but you can join us in spirit by following us on Spotify, YouTube, and all of our other social media platforms here. You can watch us, you can listen to us, you can do a lot of things to engage with us, even if we're not in your household. Watch us on YouTube, listen to us on Spotify and other streaming services, and of course, check out that Ko-fi. Donate some money to us. Help get me through this difficult government shutdown. The more you donate, the less of an issue AI will become, because Emilio and I will pour every resource possible into fighting against the menace.
We are going to pee on a meta data center. For every dollar you donate,
we're going to pee on AI.
We're going to pee on it. Yeah, guys, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at TOPP.pod.
Yep. Check us out on all the awesome socials, guys.
Wait a minute.
Thanks for tuning into another...
Hey. This episode can't end with another classic Rian recommendation at the end of it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually.
We've always done this.
Shit, that's true. I can't believe it.
Ever since last week, a long time ago.
Ever since last week. I mean, we've been doing it the whole time, guys. Ever since this show started, we've always done Rian Recommends. Cue that epic intro, please. Wasn't that intro awesome, guys? So for this week, guys, last week I recommended that you steal cars and change the paint to confuse the owners. Thank you to everyone who sent us in pictures. We're not responsible. Multiple police departments have contacted us, so please stop sending them now. But we appreciated it at the time. Thank you. This time around, guys, we've been told by the local PD to not promote any crimes on Rian Recommends. So this time around, guys, what I'm going to tell you to do instead is to go. I want you guys to go out there, and I want you to go on social media right now, Facebook, Twitter, whatever the social media is, and start talking about why veganism is bad. Meat for the win. Always eat steak, chicken, hamburger, whatever else. Respect the vegans, but don't become one.
All of your friends are going to think you're like the coolest and most nuanced person out there. You're going to be so cool.
Exactly.
Everyone will be invite that guy over next time.
Exactly. It's like vegetables, grains, what? No, we're not into any of that. We want the steak. We want the burgers. We want the hot dogs. Go on social media. Down with veganism. Don't insult or hurt anybody who chooses to be vegan, but don't become one. Yeah. Embrace the meat.
Verbal abuse. How do you feel about that? Is that okay, or is that?
I mean, verbal abuse is fine. Just don't dox anybody. I mean, well, actually, no, don't do that either.
Verbal abuse is fine.
No abuse of any kind. No insulting anybody. No doxing anybody. Nothing. Be respectful. Just say that you don't support it. And you're going to, I recommend that you don't support it and you continue to eat meat. That's my recommendation this week.
Fiber is for fucking losers.
Exactly. So if you have digestive issues, just shit your brains out another time.
I've heard Hitler ate fiber, dude. So you want to be like Hitler, man? You fucking don't. My God.
That sounds like an actual campaign somebody would do too if they hated fiber. Fiber One gummies. Hitler ate them. Are you a Hitler?
Are you a Nazi? No. Do you want to No. That's right. No. Anyways, guys, welcome to the second hour of the show where we discuss
and how we were banned twice this episode.
Goodbye, guys. Prank. There is no second hour of the show.